Good afternoon. I got a special I want to share with you. A couple of techniques for my grade school kids from 3rd grade all the way to seniors, okay? I want you to finish this last 9 weeks very strong. So I'm going to give you 4 strategies to do something that some of you probably never done before. Try to have 100 in every class, okay? So the first thing we got to do is we got to have high expectations. You got to have high expectations. Some of you accept a 70. Some of you accept a 80. But that's not good enough. What I want you to focus on in all of your classes is 100. 100 average in every class. Okay? So that's the first thing you got to do is think, I can do this. I can make 100 in every class. It's not impossible. I can do it. So the first thing is we got our expectations high. And the second thing, really important, because all teachers are different, I want you to ask each individual teacher, what can I do in your class to get that 100? How can I get 100 average in your class this 9 weeks? If she say, hey, you need to move, that young man over there is distracting you, or that young lady is distracting you, you need to come to class and stay focused, have your homework on time, study habits, you need to have better study habits. Whatever she tell you you need to do, you got to do that. That's step number 2. Ask your teacher. Step number 3, really important. Not saying your study habits are not good, but most of you study based on time. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3, 4, 5, all the way around to 12. You study based on minutes. If 20 minutes, you study for 20 minutes, and you say, I'm done. You study for 15 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour, you say, I'm done. But I'm telling you, we got to change that. I want you to study until you know it. Don't put that book down until you know that material. You know when you walk in that classroom for that exam that you can expect 100, because we've already set our expectations very high. So I want you to study until you know it. That's number 3. And number 4, when you do all that you can do and you still are not at that 100, you got to ask for some more help. Because when you give your best and your best won't get it done, there's some help out there that can help you reach your goal. And let me tell you a quick story about myself in college. I had 2 years left to graduate. And I said, I'm going to make 100 in every class. And when I said that, I had my expectations very high. But then I met some classes that I didn't know the material. And I started, and the next thing I did, I asked the teacher, what can I do to get this A out that class? And once she told me, you got to go see the tutor. And now I'm in that tutor, and he can't speak good English. Yeah, it got even harder. But I didn't give up. I didn't quit. I said, you know what? I'm going to study this until I know it. So when I walked in for exam day, I could expect to make 100 on that exam. And 99% of the time, I was in that 96 to a 100% range, because I had set my expectations up here for 100. And I'm telling you, when my best one get it done, I kept going back to that tutor and saying, listen, I need your help on this next test, because my expectations for this 9 weeks, this semester is 100. Now, I did that for 2 straight years. And at the end of that second year, I was on the dean's list. So I'm telling you it's possible. I'm telling you you can do it. All you got to do is believe and do these 4 steps. Hey, I appreciate you for coming and listening. I hope you put these steps into practice and you can get that reward at the end of your 9 weeks. We'll see you next week.
And